Hey everybody, welcome to this Thursday edition of PBE Spring Training. We are kicking off season 55 here.
edition of PBE Spring Training.
I didn't turn the sound off, so enjoy that 5 seconds of echo. I'll be your host here, Danny B. It's been a minute. It's good to see everybody again alongside me. If you want to say hi, Waldo.
Hi, Waldo.
And it's Tim, if you want to say hello.
Hello, everyone.
Spring training, so we figure things are pretty laid back. I thought I would kick off the stream doing something fun. I have to pick a hitter to finish off my 5-team fantasy draft. And I'm just going to take whatever the first hitter not taken named in chat picks. So, Godspeed, chat. Don't mess it up. Don't screw it up.
You're cooked.
I know I'm cooked, but it's all for fun anyway. I think I have like 500 million. I think, do we have Burgers? Is Danny Burgers gone? Nope. All right, Danny Burgers it is.
There's burgers?
There's Danny Burgers. Slothface Killer wins the
I haven't eaten dinner yet,
contest.
so you can't say burgers too loud in front of me.
I just, actually I had a burger for dinner literally like 20 minutes ago, so. Full circle.
Comes back around, doesn't it?
And with that, fantasy timings are tight. I'm going to ping my group, and then we can jump into some spring training action. It has been a minute since I streamed spring training, so I'm going to go ahead and take us to spring. I think we're a couple days off. Did minor league and major league spring training start on the same day? Sure looks like it. Cool. And we don't really have a set schedule. We can kind of do whatever we want here. I figure we start with some minor leagues. That's what I usually like to do, unless you guys have differing opinions.
Fine with me.
If a mod even wants to do a poll or something for just put a couple teams on there and let chat pick, I'm fine with that too.
I mean, you could just play Florida. I mean, I don't know. I'm not biased or anything towards Florida, but you could just,
I mean, come on, man. Gotta go state college.
Oh, wow, that was really easy. Oh, wow, I have a pool.
I am highly suggestible. I have no dog in this race at this point.
It's just spring training.
Yep, exactly. It has been a minute since I streamed, so let me make sure BNN is on. Very fast speed is probably what we want. Short delays. Big players, tiny balls. Let's throw back. You guys just want to split each game up by 3 innings?
So we actually started doing play-by-play and color commentary last season. So basically we each alternate games, and one of us has to pick whether we're doing play-by-play or if we're doing color commentary. So that's the new streaming setup.
Okay, clearly I have been away long enough that I missed some important updates. If you guys want to take the first game then, and we can rotate out, and I'll kind of see how it's done, and then I'll jump in on maybe play by play for game 2.
And then each streamer or co-host takes one full game basically.
Makes sense.
So whoever wants to do the first game, that's all right with me.
I'll do the first game if you don't want to.
I mean, I'm fine either way.
Works with me.
Sold.
This is my team, so I feel like I have to I have to give them a bit of a good glowing review.
Just as long as I get to state college next.
I think we can make that happen. I think we have all the power here. My only preference is that we mostly show minor league games so that anyone who's maybe checking in for the first time has an opportunity to see some minor league action where their player will be starting. We can sneak in a major league team or two though down the stretch.
They get all the love though.
They do, exactly. All right, I'm hitting start. I might have to pause it off rip to fix camera angles or something. We'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks about right.
In Florida this year. or to start the year off. Oh my goodness. First strikeout. The starter for today is Sniper King for Florida. Walker up to bat. The hit goes through. Oh, it's popped up. Never mind. The angles are a little weird for the smaller park. Goes, and he's out at first, grounded to third. 3 up, 3 down for Florida. Good start to their season. They take a while getting off the field. Must be slow. All those Florida burgers.
So
The
this
ball
is
gets down. He's gonna
officially the
stretch
burger
it
stream.
through. Officially the burger stream. I'm thinking about it now. Look what you did to me. He will get down for a leadoff double for back again. And there's a walk to solo. The starter for the Hepcats is Titius Smidius, who lets another hit to left field. And it's going to get 1 run in. Is it going to get 2? They do not send him from third. Oh, I just noticed the stats in the top right. Got a 7-0 game somewhere. Fly out to right, and there's going to be runner coming home, and he is safe at the plate. That is the second run plated, just 1 out for for Kansas City. 2 runs for Florida. Tanaka will come up with a runner on second, 1 out. And he strikes out. That's the first strikeout of the game for Kansas City and for biggest Titius Smidius. I'm going to take my time saying that name. And a second strikeout ends the inning. 2 runs on 2 hits for Florida. The first pitch is popped up to right field, is an out for Kansas City. Kansas City goes down to get a strikeout. I believe it's the first strikeout. I think they struck out 2 times in the first, or excuse me, Florida did. My bad. Fly out to right field, and that is going to be 3 up, 3 down again for Kansas City. Their bats just can't get it going today. Bill will lead off for Florida, and he strikes out to start the inning for Florida. Comes Cooper, grounded to second. He does get the out, 2 outs for McGraw. The 9-hole hitter does ground the same place, and it is 3 up, 3 down. Good bounce back for Kansas City. Perez, Double Neck, and pitcher named later will be the 3 due up for Kansas City that are trying to rebound from the odd number put up in the beginning of the game. And there's a grounder to short, and it is an easy out for Perez. Double Neck comes up the same exact. Wow, Kansas City isn't being real original, I'll tell you that. Full count, a strikeout for pitcher named later. Kansas City goes 3 up, 3 down again. 0 runs on 0 hits so far for Kansas City. Florida, excuse me, leads off with a fly out to left. Solo coming up. He had a hit last inning, and he gets another one. He's going to stretch this one for 2, and he's going to stay there at second. Solo is 1 for 2 on the game. He did not have a hit last inning. Oh, he had the walk last inning. And speaking of a walk, Honcho gets a walk as well. Puts runners on first and second, 1 out. And a pop-up foul play to the catcher for Santos Garcia. Tanaka comes up, and he pops out to center. That is no runs for Florida on 1 hit and a walk. I'll tell you, Titius Smidius has bounced back from a odd first inning, but Florida does not. They lead off the inning with a walk for Kansas City. Oh, was that a... Oh, that's... Oh, I'm in the game. Would you
Welcome.
look at that? And I give up a hit. Wow. Not my best start. I give
Greeted
up the first
rudely.
hit. Oh, is that a double play ball? It is not. They don't even get... Oh, they don't get the runner at first. Bases loaded, no outs. And that is a liner down the line. Takes a minute to get him in. There's 2 runs scoring. Wow, the game is now tied. Second and third with no outs still. Kansas City grounds to short or second. He gets the out, but a run does score. It's 3 runs now for Kansas City. Just 1 out runner on third. And he gets the strikeout. Scoden striking out for the first time today. Perez now. Perez will fly out to right field to end the inning. That is 3 runs on 3 hits and I believe 1 walk for Kansas City. My ERA does not look very good right now, guys. It's not looking great.
The caster curse lives on.
Oh, goodness. Why didn't anybody tell me that before the game? Florida will start with with a single up the middle. My goodness. But they will get into a double play ball to get the runner out with 2 outs now. Cooper will be due up. Bases empty. And he, grounds out to first base. to end the inning for Florida. They cannot bounce back to score a run to take the lead back. Zachary Vega is out of the game as Extremely Confident does get his first strikeout on his first batter faced. And there is a grounder to first that is taken for the out. Back to the top of the order for Kansas City. Kansas City Mets does get the single straight up the gut, and a single with 2 outs for Hoy 4, who does fly out to center field to end the inning for Kansas City. No runs on 1 hit for Kansas City. Florida will look to bounce back in the bottom of the 5th, more than halfway through this game already. McGraw in the game does strike out. They're back to the top of the order for Florida. We are with Boys to Chess back again, who does ground out to short for the second out of the inning. Solo, who got a hit last at bat, gets another one. Wow, it's 3 for 3 today. The bottom of the 5th already. And that ball is a homer for Mark Honcho, the lefty. And that will give Florida the lead in the bottom of the 5th, 4-3 now. They keep Pittis in the game, and there is another hit for Santos Garcia. 2 out knock up the middle, and they do make the move for definitely not Kevin Chocolate, who gets the out to end the inning. Hey, man.
This is Enoch Erasure.
Oh, hey, man. I just read the names.
No, I feel it.
The strikeout to start the inning for Kansas City as they look to take the lead back. The 4-hole hitter comes up for Lincoln Mercury. Flies out to center. That's the second out of the inning. We are Sidney Johnson, the shortstop, comes up, and he grounds out. He reaches on an error to the first baseman. He could not make the play after bobbling it. And there is another pop out to the catcher, or to the first baseman, who makes the play. No runs for Kansas City after the 2-out hit by Johnson. Florida will look to add on to their lead in the bottom of the 6th. They get a grounder to short, but he cannot make the play. It is an error, the second error of this inning. Well, I mean, top of the inning, I guess there was one. The strikeout from Sabor. It is still that pitcher whose name I'm not going to try to pronounce again, as the ball hits hit deep, and it is another homer for Florida. Spinosaurus Bill, the righty, the shortstop, gets a second homer of the game, and Florida has doubled their lead 6-3 in the bottom of the 6th. It will keep the pitcher in the game for Kansas City as another hit up the middle from Ellis Cooper, the third baseman. There's still just 1 out in this inning as the pop out to right field gets the second out of the inning. Boyce just back again, does walk, and it's Solo up again, who has been hot all day today. He gets another hit up to center field, and they send the runner from third.
Touchdown.
And he's out at third. They get the runner on third, but the runner already scores, so it is 7-3, 3 runs in the 6th for Florida. Excuse me. Shaningo flaps in the game now for Florida, and it's a diving catch in right field. Oh my goodness, who's that right fielder out there? What a catch. That is Boys to Chess back again in right field with the catch as Double Neck strikes out for the second out of the inning. Pitcher will be named later in the 9-hole. Flies out to left field, and that will end the inning. Kansas City cannot respond after the odd numbers put up by Florida in the bottom of the 6th. And we will head to the stretch. Anyone want to sing? I know some chatters probably want to sing. We're not going to let you, though. And that is a single under the second baseman's glove for Honcho, who is 4 for 4 today, I believe. And that is a double play ball to third, but they cannot finish the double play. It is a fielder's choice for Santos Garcia. Another one, redeem themselves. They cannot. It sounded like Yoda there. Tanaka. And a strikeout for Sabor ends the inning for Florida. They cannot put more runs back in the bottom of the 7th. We now head to the top of the 8th. Kansas City looking to try to get some more. Flaming Otter now draws a walk. Or Bookie Mess draws the walk. Excuse me. Flaming Otter is the pitcher. Another walk from Hoy 4. Now we're in the 3-hole for Kansas City. They're threatening with no outs. And that ball is out to right field, but they tag to get the runner to left, or excuse me, to third. Oh, he gets the pickoff at first for the second out.
It's
And
two
they will
pickoffs
ground
in this
out
game.
to short. Wow. Yeah, they had runners on first and second, no outs, but they cannot get a single run across for Kansas City. Great response from Florida after a very dynamic attack from Kansas City. Florida will lead the inning off with a single up the middle from Spinosaurus Bill, who had the homer earlier in the game. And Cooper will strike out. It is Ed Oil in the game for Kansas City, I believe. He had the hit. He got the hit attributed to him as well, as the ball is flown out to center field for the second out of the inning for Florida, excuse me. And a single to right. They will send the runner to third, and he will be safe at third. 2 on with 2 outs. And that ball is driven to left field, but it is an out. They cannot get any across, and now it is up to the Florida closer, whoever that may be, to end this game for Florida in the top of the ninth. That is Rafferty Holman, closer for Florida, gets the strikeout for the first out. We have Johnson, Bones, and Warwick up for Kansas City to hopefully extend their game. Bones does extend it. He gets a hit to left field. It will be a single. Warwick now coming up. Warwick will fly right to left field for the second out of the inning, and now they're down to their last batter, who pops up to short, and the game is over. Florida wins this battle of what conference is this? I don't know the conferences yet. Battle of these
East,
teams.
I think.
Yeah, whatever. Florida wins 7-3. 13 hits to 5 hits. Both teams had an error.
It's the Eastern Conference, I'm pretty
Eastern
sure.
See, all the conferences got funny names nowadays. Back in my day, it was just East and West for both majors and minors. But now they got all these funky names.
Yeah, and the
It's-
conferences don't really matter in the minors either, unless they changed that while I wasn't looking. It's just top 2 seeds get a bye and pure record from there.
That's how it was when I was back in the day. Although it was just the top 2 teams for a while. I'm old like that.
Since it's spring, I think we'll do the quick version of box scores, and I can take our first day's box scores here. Before we do that, though, I'm going to highlight the performances of the day. Number 1, Evan Early, 3 for 4 for the Chicago Kingpins with 6 RBI in a run in that 13-0 win. We got Mark Honcho with 3 for 3, a double, a homer, 3 RBI, a run, a walk in the 7-3 win versus Kansas. And Stetson Laramie of the Anchorage Wheelers went 3 for 4 with a double, a homer, 3 RBI, 2 runs. That's that 7-3 win versus the Dillos. And in that game, the Wheelers won 7-3 against the Dillos. Holiday was your starter for the Wheelers, 0.00 ERA. O Cologne got the loss, and your player of the game was Laramie, number 3 on the day. Rana's Kingpins, it was a huge rout. The Kingpins scored 13 runs to the 0 of the Ranas, 18 hits to 5. Your winner, Huzenga, and the losers practice.
You got it.
Yeah, I made it. Early Jr., your player of the game. He's the number 1 performer on the day. Lemurs and Firehawks, this one was a close one. It was actually a walk-off win for the Lemurs. Gray is your player of the game in this one. He had a home run. Season 31 takes the loss, and Alexieva takes the win.
Yeah.
Buying it? Buying that pronunciation?
They'll correct you if you're wrong.
In our last game, we got the Bears and the Swifties. Bears won this one, the away team 4-2. They did get out hit 7-10. 2 errors on the Swifties may have proven costly. Express takes the win here. Crunch the loss. Jones a save, and Levine will be our player of the game. Up in the majors, you got Jerry Mander, 2 for 4, 2 homers, 4 RBI, 2 runs, a walk. Danny Burgers, the newest member
goodness.
of my fantasy team. Can we count these guys? Let's count it.
Oh man, we can't get away from the burgers today, can we?
It's the burger stream, no doubt. 4 for 6, double, homer, 2 RBI, 3 runs. Wow, all our performers are Vandals. And Andy Beans, well, we stick with the food theme here. 5 innings, 2 hits, no earned runs, no walks, 8 strikeouts, got the win against Providence. Surge will take their first game of spring, 5-1, 11 hits to 4. Irons the win, Tatum the loss. Irons your player of the game. Pathfinder's going to take down the Aviators at home, 3-2 win there, 13 hits to 3. Oh, sure is. Yeah, 2-run walk-off. Despite having 13 hits, it took them extra innings to get over the 3-hit Aviators. Farnsworth, your winner. Wakefield, your loser. Random, the player of the game. In that auspicious Vandals game, which produced all our players of the day, 12-0, 20 hits to 6. Beans the win. Pitchlord the loss. Mander, your player of the game. Raptors at home will take down New York. Win for Joe, loss for Tank. Hopkins, your player of the game. Final score there was 6-2. 11 hits for the Raptors, 6 for the Voyagers. Voyagers committed 2 errors. In the Champions Conference, we got Lunar Base and NOLA. NOLA won this one 2-0. They shut out the Space Ranger offense. 7 hits to 4. They did get out hit, the Rugers. Their winner was Slothberg. Yetev was the loser. Jumbo got the save. Slothberg, your player of the game. In Nashville, they took down the Stars 6-5. Toros threatened to tie it in the 9th, but weren't quite able to get it done. 8 hits for the Toros, 10 for the Stars. Katarina is your winner. Martini took the loss. Blaze the save, and Sokudo is your player of the game. We had Death Valley in the Apex. Apex fall at home. Score 4-1 Scorpions. Bummus will take the win. Ball the loss. Keith the save. Player of the game is going to be Bummus. And last but not least, my personal favorite, we got the Demons taking a win here at home, 6-2. Demons had 10 hits to the Serpents 9. Strider takes the win. Cash the loss, and Cash is your player of the game despite picking up the loss. Probably had some innings under his belt there. And then before we advance the day, how do I see how many spring training games there are so we can stop in the middle? Let me see team schedule. Yep. So it looks like the 17th is the last game of spring. We are on the 23rd, so we'll do 1 week. That's 2 weeks.
A lot of minutes.
That looks about right. Somewhere in here, 6th to the 10th. Maybe we stop here on the... Yeah, we'll probably stop either... Maybe after the 5th, give them 2 weeks to finish out spring, and then I'll have us doing a little more than 2 weeks, maybe.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Works out.
Alright, back to scores. I think we had, a request for Swifties game next? Is that what we were thinking?
Yep.
And so the Swifties you will have.
Awesome.
Swifties look like they're favored in this one. Rana's got the edge pitching. And if you want, I'll let you take it from here.
Sure thing. All right. Starting off for 50 is going to be Green Chaqueo Fan, the third baseman, a bit of a powerhouse. Diego Ramirez, the shortstop, recently won some awards in the Season 55 awards. Dogwood or DW Dog Maple also won some awards as well. Will fly out to end the inning. Pitching for State College will soon be Biscuit Maker, the former first overall pick in the Season 55 minor league draft. Overall has some really good stuff. I'm excited to see how he does going into this season, as Cunningham will be out on a cutter, and backstop is going to go down looking to end the first inning. We go to the top of the second inning next with Romain Gauthier, who's gonna be out. Presley Jr. was selected by Kansas City. State College about 2 seasons ago. Is a power hitting center fielder, pretty typical for center field. Midas Blair is gonna double. Chris Gaines, the second baseman for the Swift Seed, is going to ground out to retire on the side. We go to the bottom of the second inning with Blaney coming up and getting a strikeout swinging on a cutter. Biscuit Maker really proving himself with that cutter, as that's his 4th K in just 2 innings. Or 1 2/3, I should say, as that's going to be another KS Hitchcock. Doesn't like the call. And that's going to be into the gap down the line. That is going to be a double for Kiso. Lotto Joey up next, and that's going to be a free pass to first. Some control issues for Biscuit Maker, but his teammates pick him up to get the 3rd out of the inning. As we go to the top of the 3rd, with Akers, Unmore, and Fan up next, Avery Akers will drop one in there. Gonna steal second, be in there with ease. He's gonna go for 3rd, and he's gonna steal it with ease. They cannot get him. Bit of a speedster to throw on the base paths, not someone you want to let on base, as Unmore will hit a single. As Swifties are up 1-0. Unmore goes back to first on the line of Ramirez. Will be the second out of the inning, and that's gonna be into the gap. No, was that a home run? No, okay, it's over the wall for a ground road double for Dog Maple, continuing his really impressive season last year, where he won some awards. Are up 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 3rd for the Puerto Rico home half, as Lumosity Frog will line out. Breaker will also be out. Not really someone you can expect to really get many extra base hits on. Sending for Cunningham, but he gets it out into the gap in between right and center field. And a rather easy line out to end the inning. Go to the top of the 4th. Presley Jr. really good at hitting the ball into the gap, as we can see right there. Typically has tons of extra base hits. Overall, just a phenomenal player when it comes to getting the ball into the gap. Blair's gonna go down swinging. Chris Gaines is gonna bring home the RBI. So it is now 2-0 State College Split Seeds, as Akers will pop one up. That's going to be 2 away with runner on first, and Unmore will strike out. Brought in the RBI last time, but just cannot do it this time. Blaney will go down swinging, as Biscuit Maker not just his 6th strikeout of this game already. It's only the bottom of the 4th. That's going to be a walk for Hitchcock, as that one's going to be over the wall. We are now tied at 2 apiece. It is now 2-2 ball game. Biscuit Maker having some control issues. That was one thing he struggled with in the Prospect League, was control. As we can see him plunk Bullfrog. That's going to get into the gap. They go for 3rd, but he's going to be safe. Fan didn't play the tag in time. And they're going to get the force at 2nd to retire the side. But that 2-run blast tied everything up. Fan's going to draw a walk. John might be getting a little bit tired, as Ramirez will check swing and not break the plane. Double play ball here. That's going to be 3-6-3 double play. Jermaine Gauthier has a chance to drive home a run. That goes deep, but it's going to be caught at the wall. Almost a long ball to predict the time, so it's a long fly out. New pitcher coming in. That's gonna be Nero Mantix, who gives up a hit. Mantix has struggled in the minors with allowing runners on base, as he has runners at first and third, as that's going to be underneath the glove of Ramirez. That's going to be an RBI as Puerto Rico takes the lead 3-2. Hitchcock is going to go down. One thing about Neuromantics, he has a really, really good circle change. A lot of break and deception on it. Definitely one of the best pitches currently in the game, as that's going to be it for the Ranas. They pull ahead 3-2. Duckley Jr., the center fielder, will be the first victim of Jerry Berry's K, especially that knuckle curve. Not something you want to be facing, has break of a curve and the unpredictability of a knuckleball. Very difficult pitch to hit. And that's going to be out number 3. We go to the bottom of this 6th inning with Joey, Bullfrog, and Frog up next, as that will be the first strikeout for Word Trouble as he comes in. And that's going to be the second K. He has a chance to strike out the side here. And that's going to be a pop-up. Second baseman coming in. That's going to be out. So 2 Ks in the inning for Word Trouble. Punish Vandal's coming in next. Close play at first, but that's going to be out there. Unmore, continuing to show why he has such a good eye, as that's going to be down the line. That's going to be out for Fan. Ramirez, the shortstop, is going to line out, not having much luck today, as he is 0-3 now. Time for the 7th inning stretch, as Breaker out to third. Tim Infinity, one of the bot pitchers for Swiftleaf, will come in relief. Has decent strikeout potential, but as a bot can be rather hit or miss. They go for the force at first, and that's gonna be the end of the inning. They're up. Runner is still up 3-2, as Kevin Johnson, the left fielder, more of a pitch to contact person, as he will get a single. It's up right in front of the right fielder. Mizushima will be the first out. That's going to pop out for Duckley Jr. Midas Blair is going to be out with the force. Go to the bottom of the 8th inning now. With Hitchcock, So, and Joey up next. Hitchcock having a rather rough start to spring training so far, as he is 0-2 in this game, and 0-4 overall. Make that 0-5. So, hit a home run earlier, but he's going to be his second out of the inning. Bottle Joey, tough break. That's going to be a line out, as he is now 0-7 to start the spring. Go to the top of the 9th inning. State College needs 3 outs to get 1 or 2 more runs. That's going to be a walk. Tying run comes to the plate. And that's going to be wild pitch, but runner will stay at first. Going to be a line out there. 2 outs remaining. And they don't go for a double play, but they feel like they could have made 2 there. Runner will steal and be safe. And, save on the infield single. Close play. And that's going to drop into the glove of the left fielder, Joey, as State College falls behind late in the 4th to lose 3-2.
Hey, good close game here.
Yeah, I mean, Biscuit Maker was really good all throughout. Just that 2-run homer was what did him in. For pitching line score, Biscuit Maker will get no decision. Mantix will take the loss. Win the win. Barry the hold. Vandals the hold. Met the hold. LBG the save. Their first this spring.
Yeah, Rana's bullpen went out and shoved.
Getting a save with a 36 ERA is kind of clutch.
So want to take us through the line scores and as much or as little detail as you feel like?
I'll take the box score. Oh, you want me to take it or do you want to take it?
Doesn't matter to me either way.
All right, I'll take it since you just took the game.
All right.
We'll give an even split. People need to hear my voice. Performance of the day: Moyamura for Anchorage was 3 for 4 with a homer, 2 RBIs, 3 runs, in an 8-1 win against Chicago. Matt Hunter is our first minor league pitcher performance of either day. He went 5 innings with 2 hits, no earned runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Did he earn the win? I'm not sure where they at. He did not earn the win, actually. Oh, wait. Yeah, he didn't. 3-2 win.
Yeah, Grady got the win.
Against Florida. Grady did get the win. Angel De La Fuerte, I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. Anchorage, another Anchorage player, 3 for 3, homer, RBI, run, and a walk in that 8-1 win versus Chicago. In Amarillo, Florida did lose 2-3 to Amarillo. Gritty gets the win. Mashingo gets the loss. Rich with the save, and Matt Hunter, is your player of the game. In Brew City, Louisville took the 2-0 win over the Bears. Boykins gets the win. Martin gets the loss. Alexieva gets the save, and Zalewski is your player of the game in Brew City. Anchorage gets the blowout win over Chicago at home. Your winner is Moncrief. Your loser is Rinji, I believe. And Moyamura, I believe, is the player of the game over there as well. And then an extra innings game, our first of the minors of the preseason. California takes the win over Kansas City. Big League gets the win. Oil with the loss. Kid gets the save, and the player of the game is Stover.
And then I just want to say, I believe it's pronounced De La Fuerta.
De La Fuerta? Okay.
Yeah.
I was close.
We all do our best.
we try. It's the preseason. You know, we're working hard. Oh, the Braves scored. Sorry. I've got it like to the side, and like, you know, we're playing the Phillies, so it's important for me.
My Nats are in Seattle, so I picked a good stream.
Oh.
I'll be up late tonight.
I'm an Angels fan, so I knew that we were gonna get swept to the Yankees, and we did.
You win some, you lose some. That's the Braves' motto this year. The first performance in the majors spring training was Chef Gange, I believe, or is it? Do we know Gange?
Gagne.
Gagne sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, he went 4 for 6 with a double, a homer, 3 RBIs, and 3 runs in a 7-2 drubbing of Seattle. Leon Rosenthal, also from Indianapolis, your second performance of the day, 3 for 5, a double, homer, 3 RBIs, 3 runs, and a walk. In that same performance, Udu Bonga, from New York is your third performance of the day, 2 for 3 with a homer, 5 RBIs, 2 runs in a 14-8 win over Buffalo. New York, as I just said, took that win over Buffalo with a 9-run 7-inning. Holy crap. Alvarez gets the win, Westbrook with the loss, and Bonga is your player of the game. In Toronto, Boise traveled up north to lose 3-1 to Toronto. Smith with the win, McChapperson with the loss, Park the save, and Benico with the player of the game performance. In the Outer Banks province, came on down to lose 4-1 to Outer Banks. Outer Banks' first win of the preseason. Jones with the win, Jin Woo with the loss, and Jones gets the player of the game. San Antonio won to continue the home teams winning. We've had all the home teams win today. Beats Vancouver 4-2. Boss the third gets the win. Cash Considerations, I believe, is the full name of that player. Gets the loss. Robo Dibble with the save, and Boss the third with the save, or excuse me, with the player of the game performance in that one. Cancun wins at home 12-3 over New Orleans. Pecora gets your win. Nomenon gets the loss. Nomenon. Player of the game is Brolina for Cancun. Indianapolis is the only away team to win in the majors tonight. They win 17-2 over Seattle. Cranepool with the win, McQueen with the loss, and Gagne with the player of the game performance. Nashville wins over Detroit at home, shuts them out 3-0. Mulder with the win, Mulligan with the loss, De Los Santos with the save, and Andrews Jr. gets her player of the game performance in Nashville tonight. Death Valley over the Lunar Base Space Rangers 4-1. Pruitt with the win, Rubbish gets the loss, Xavier with the save, and Montalban, I believe, gets the player of the game performance for Death Valley.
I like it. Slight correction to our schedule. I was informed that there is an off day right here this Thursday the 2nd. That is the requested end date. So we will be taking you through this Thursday the 2nd off day, and then Saturday's stream team will pick up Friday with the games on the 3rd. It's your scheduling update here. I already did a save. I'm going to go ahead and finish this day here. And I haven't seen a ton of requests from chat, but I have seen a few. It might just be one person, honestly. But I've seen the crabs come up a few times. So I'm going to click here on crabs. Crabs are taking on the Pathfinders as a crabs home game. You got to love that the crabs are just letting people wear whatever uniform they have in their locker. They can bring it to the stadium, put it on, and be a crab.
It's a theme night.
Absolutely. Clay Holmes will take the edge there over Nathaniel Foote, but yeah, everyone else is looking Pathfinders. I'll be taking questions if anyone wants to ask the booth, and I will be calling this game. Without further ado, I'm going to hit start. And it's going to be Clay Holmes taking on Ethan Shadow, the center fielder, who will ground out to the shortstop. Bambino going to put this one into the gap. Rounds first, heads for second. Standing at second base for our first hit of the game, a double. Peter Dawson, the third, will follow that up with a single. Should be an RBI single pending the throw. Is standing in there at home plate. We have 1-0 Toronto as they greet Clay Holmes rudely out of the starting spot. Ems will strike out. What do I think about the Crabs' new ace for this season? I gotta say, I don't know that I'm well enough versed in the Crabs rotation, but I'm gonna hit pbesim.com and I'm gonna go click on the Crabs as the Crabs step up to bat. Weak grounder to the catcher there. And then a ground out to the second baseman. I assume if we're talking about their new ace, it's got to be Maximus Marbunbaldi Pitchlord. And my thoughts on him are that his name is hard to say.
He always wants me to say his full name, and I'm just like, please don't.
It is LeSean Maximus Marbundaleni Pitchlord.
Did nobody else see that cat on the screen? Somebody's render was a cat.
That's incredible. I'm going to have to keep an eye out for it. You think, well, one of the Crabs hitters?
Nathaniel Foote. It was Nathaniel Foote. That is, I don't know who, I don't know where. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye.
I don't think Foote is a cat. They just have a really, really big, thick mustache.
I don't know.
We have some debate about the catification of a player here.
It looked like a cat.
Toronto will double their lead, add another run on. 2-0 now. Providence looking to get back in this one.
I'm telling you, it's just a really thick mustache and a very, very pale skin on the chin.
Okay, I see it now, but at first glance, I thought that was a cat.
He's just wearing SPF 10,000 on his neck and nowhere else, so the neck is paleo white.
gotta
Oh,
stay
garden
safe.
gnome. We got a
Dude, no,
question. What kind of season are we expecting out of Hercules Mulligan? For the first time, he, as a starter, had a better season than his previous season. He had been progressively worse every season. So since he broke that record last season, I'm hoping that this season he's going to step forward and look like the number 2 I know he can be. I'll take the over on the Crabs over under 14.5 wins. There's a deep fly out to the warning track in right field. Dawson steps up and draws a walk. We have any other questions? I miss anything? TLK's taken the over. Does Toronto finish 4th yet again this season? Does Seattle make playoffs? I hope Seattle makes playoffs. I always like when we get, not always repeat contenders in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'll say this as a Pathfinder. I'm really am liking what we're seeing so far in spring. I just hope that we can keep it up during the regular season.
You haven't had a ton of blowouts. You usually see a lot of those later in the spring as the bullpens that are usually only 4 or 5 players get taxed pitching day in and day out. I'm hoping to see Luna finish worse because that means Detroit's going to have more opportunities to pile on some wins as Crabs will score 2 runs here to tie the ball game up. I'm sorry, to take the lead. They had one. Well, I wasn't looking. 3-2 Crabs in the lead here. I think we slotted Tweedlecock in probably to DH and round out the bottom of the order. We're hoping he's kind of a guy who can upset things a little bit. At the bottom of the lineup, he can either get himself on for the power bats or bat in that 6 and 7 hitter. Question I truly would answer: what's your favorite kind of PBE media? How do you like written media to be written? That's a tough question. Anyone have a strong opinion on their favorite kind of PBE media?
I like story, like fiction based, like in-universe kind of stuff. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, creative writing is really cool, especially the people who can really do it well and get you into their little story there. I've tried it. I've never had a real knack for it. But yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, before we did trivia for JBT, I would always have each of my JBT tasks be structured like a journal from that character or player's perspective.
Yeah, I do that with my PTs typically, and I try to keep it lore accurate.
Yeah, like one of my players was Hawaiian, so I would include Hawaiian phrases into his journal stuff.
There's in the ISFL, which is the other league I'm in, I host a podcast that is very on and off called the PT Review Podcast. And I review people's PTs, and I go through, and if something is like if I remember hearing something, I'm like, that's not lore, that's different than what you said before.
You call them on it?
I call you on it, and I say, the other thing, I hate affiliate PTs. Just do the work. And I will go after your grammar, and I'm gonna bring that here, and I'm gonna host a PT review podcast. So everybody, watch out.
You heard it here. Waldo is coming after you in your PTs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, I get a PT pass in both leagues, so
PT pass is okay. I'm a fan of PT pass because people do work, and I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna diss you on the PT pass, but I will diss you on the affiliates. So be on the lookout for a Caped Crusader in your PT threads.
I get that. TLK says drama is his favorite, petty drama. I really like the petty drama reviews of 4-year-old drama where the users aren't even in the league anymore because at that point it's not hurting anybody. When they're kind of fun.
I like the fake melodrama, sort of like the soap opera melodrama.
Yeah.
Stuff. That's always fun.
Sting says he wants to cause some infighting in the broadcasting booth. Who in the booth right now has the most attractive voice? So see, I was gonna say Leatherneck Mike has the most attractive voice,
agree.
but he's not in the booth.
He's actually under my desk.
Oh, okay. Well, there you
On
go.
it.
Leatherneck Mike.
He has a hot plate and he's just making burgers. Like he's just been sitting under there all day. I don't know what he's doing, but I mean, he's just hanging out.
Perfect.
Be like, I never watched the VOD, so I have no clue how my voice comes across on stream.
Oh, don't. It's terrible listening to your own voice. It makes me cringe every time I
hate
hear
it.
myself.
Oh, I hate it. I'll go back and listen to my old podcast sometimes. Oh, it's so bad.
I found my high school graduation speech from like almost 10 years ago.
Oof.
And I couldn't listen to it.
Yeah, it's rough. Well, Providence is piling on the runs. We've kind of let the game get away from us, but I hope everyone's having fun. Chat has gotten kind of active, so we're popping off, I think. I can go back to calling the game if chat feels strongly about it. Or chat can keep the questions coming as Providence juices the bases.
They said they wanted to cause drama, and we ended up just getting along even more. So, whoever said that, I think it was TLK. Whoever said that in chat,
Yeah, for sure.
failed. You failed at your objective. We're all good buddies in here.
Hey, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Stir the pot. Let's make it a good one. Ooh.
Pineapple on pizza?
Oh, I'm all for it.
Oh.
I just really like grilled pineapple.
Hey, as a part Italian American, I fully endorse pineapple on pizza.
Oh.
Nice.
I worked in a pizza restaurant for 2 years, and everybody who came in to order the Hawaiian pizza, I would give them like a look. Pineapple does not belong on pizza. Disagree.
Pineapple and ham, I think it's a good combo. It's savory, it's sweet, it's tasty.
Yeah, well, I disagree.
We're all entitled.
As long as you know that I disagree, it's okay.
Noted. I have it down. I'm putting it in my notebook right now. Waldo, not a fan of the pineapple pizza.
Wake up every morning, look at your desk.
I'm gonna Sharpie it onto the ceiling above the bed. My wife might not appreciate it, but we're doing it.
As long as everybody knows that I don't like pineapple on pizza. Okay.
Oh, we got a couple more questions in here. What minor league team is set to win their third title in a row? Good question. Love to see the Bears keep piling them on.
Yeah. I'd prefer a Florida victory. Yeah.
I
No bias or anything.
I did earlier say that I'd like to see new teams get in the playoffs, but when it comes to my teams, obviously, I'm more than happy to throw that rule in the trash.
I mean, I think State College last year surprised a lot of people, considering we were only third season post rebuild, and then we made it to the quarterfinals. So, or not even the quarterfinals, we actually made it to the championship series. So that was cool to see.
When I was in the league, the Swift Seeds always lit me up every time I pitched against them. Back in like the old days, they would always beat me. So I've got a bit of a little rivalry with the Swift Seeds. I'm sure it's one-sided.
I came up with Swiftie once upon a time.
Oh goodness. I think I was in. No wait, who was the expansion draft I was in? I don't even remember. So long ago.
Yeah, it would have been before our time, I think. See, strongest food opinion? My strongest food opinion is definitely that I think ketchup is terrible.
Oh.
I'm going to get a lot of hate for that, I'm sure.
I'm in a similar vein. I think tomatoes as a food object are the worst. I don't mind ketchup, but I think tomato, like slices of tomato, cooked tomatoes, if you like it in anything or on something, you need help. Like psychiatrically.
For me, it's I do not like cold pizza. I absolutely cannot stand the taste of cold pizza.
Cold pizza?
Yeah. People love it. I don't understand how they can enjoy eating slimy pizza that's been sitting in the fridge overnight.
Is it like a texture thing, or what is it?
I just don't like it. I just think it's terrible.
That's respectable. Now ketchup, bad opinion.
No respect on the ketchup hate.
No.
Also hate pickles while I'm shooting myself
ditto,
in the foot.
ditto.
All right, nice.
Ditto.
All right, we found the common ground. The booth is back to copacetic love.
They give me pickles on the side of my burger, and I'm like, I throw them like to the birds. I'm like, no, you, gross, go away.
I don't like pickles either, and literally, I ordered a big chicken from McDonald's one time. It specifically said no pickles. Guess what I found on my big chicken?
Pickles.
Pickles.
Yep.
They do that at Chick-fil-A to me all the time, and I hate it.
All right, we better get into these box scores. We can resume the chatter and keep the chat popping when we get into our next game. I think Tim, it's your turn if you want to run us through some box scores.
Sure thing. So with the first performance today, we have Hummus God for the Boys going 2 for 3 with 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, 3 runs scored, and 2 walks, and a 14-3 win against Vancouver. Next up is the Daniel Plainview of the Death Valley Scorpions, 2 for 3 with 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored, and 2 walks. And it's 12-8 win versus the Cancun Toros. Dazen for Nola went 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs, 3 runs, and 3 walks, an 8-4 win against Nashville. New York will win 14-3 against Vancouver. Moose Jr. will take the win, Sheets the loss, player to gain the Hummus God. For Boise Raptors, they are going to win over the Surge 7-6. Twos will take the win. Lopez lost. Hero stand the player of the game. Flops versus Aviators 3-1 win part to Slops as they moved to 2-1. Excuse me. Long Pipe the win. Tran the loss. Robo Dibble to save. Littleton your player of the game. Down to the Champions Conference. The Space Rangers will win 6-2 against Seattle Sea Serpents. George Braxton to win. The Breeze the loss. George Braxton the player of the game. New Orleans will win 8-4 over the Stars. Jackson will take the win. LeBeau the loss, and Dazen Guy was your player of the game.
Then we'll head down to the minors.
The Kingpins are going to beat the Swift Seeds 2-0. Wheeler would take the win. Justice the loss. Perez to save. Walker Wheeler, your player of the game. The Dillos are going to beat the Firehawks 4-2. Dayuk will take the win. Jimmy the loss. Lahaj to save. Daylight Court will take the player of the game honors. The Puerto Rico Rollins will beat the Lemurs 4-0. As Ribbit will take the win. Sports the loss. Perry can be Ribbit. The Florida Flamingos will win 4-3 with Kingdom the win. Pythagoras the loss. Otter the save. Tanaka player of the game. And the Bears will win 8-2. Crabula the win. Sidaway the loss. And Angle the player of the game. For top performances, Ribbit from the Puerto Rico Nanas. This is our number 1 performance of the day. 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, allowed no earned runs, 2 walks, and no Ks. Where King is up next, 2 for 3 with a double, a home run, 2 RBIs, so almost hit for the cycle, a run and a walk. They were 1-4-3 against the Mingos, and Launch Angle will go 3-5 with a home run, an RBI, and 2 runs scored, and an 8-2 win against the Hepcats.
All right, we will finish this day up. Gonna check the schedule again. I forget if there's any other off days. Trying to figure. We probably want to do some quick sims here. Yeah, no off days. I think we'll probably each take one more game. We have a 6 stream game sim, if that sounds good to everybody.
Sure thing.
Which means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games, so we can maybe quick sim 2 here and 2 somewhere later. So I'll take today. And autoplay the games today. Your performances of the day: Dimply Splorger, Buffalo Surge, goes 2 for 4 with 2 homers, 3 RBIs, 3 runs, a walk, and an 8-7 win, so very valuable contribution in close game. Lawn Gnomes, who looks less like a Lawn Gnome than a certain pitcher we saw earlier on stream, of the Death Valley Scorpions. 3 for 5 with a homer, 3 RBI, 3 runs. It's a 9-4 win versus Nashville. And Chauncey Ingram of the Raptors goes 2 for 4, 2 homers, 4 RBI, 2 runs, and a 7-4 win versus Providence. A couple of 2-homer days there for our top performers. In 10 innings, this is the first extra inning I remember seeing, but I might have zoned out at some point. Took an extra frame here for the Aviators to down the New York Voyagers 3-2 on the road. Sinatara gets the win, Arcanum the loss, Squirrel the save. Your player of the game is Nansen. Sloths and Pathfinders. The Pathfinders will win a close 3-2 game at home. They did get out hits. Pathfinders had 5 hits to the Sloths 9. A miss takes the win. Horrendous Haddock III takes the loss. Farnsworth gets the save, and Innings Eater is our player of the game.
Always nice seeing your reliever get credited with the win.
Yeah, he got to go 5 for whatever reason. Vandals will drop this one to the Surge. 7-8's a walk-off win for the Vandals. Danny Burgers with his 3rd home run of the spring. That's right. This is a Danny Burgers fantasy draft stream. Burger stream. Let it live in infamy. Boba takes the win. Velo the loss. Your player of the game, Splurger. Raptors take a road win here against the Crabs, 7-4, 11 hits to 10. They had an error. Duck will take the win. Cruiser the loss. Twos the save, and Ingram is our player of the game. Down in the Champions Conference, DVS remains a perfect 4-0. They take a 9-4 win, 13 hits to 8. The Kid is the winner. John takes the loss, and Gnomes is our player of the game. Very gnomey day here. In the sim, Toros will take a win over the Serpents, 11 runs to 2, 14 hits to 7, 2 errors to 1. Dion the second takes the win here. Telfair the loss, and Cortez is our player of the game. And here's another extra inning affairs. Both of our extra inning games today won by the road team. This one a 7-5 final for the Rangers. 15 hits and 1 error for the Rangers. 8 hits and 1 error for the Apex. Iceman takes the win. McFlourish the loss. Rockman the save, and Khan is our player of the game. And then we'll close out the major leagues with the Detroit Demons shutout victory, 3-0 over the Rougarou. McGoatface takes the win. Eshelman Jr. the loss. Belfour the save, our player of the game. Starting pitcher, Goaty McGoatface. In the minors, play the games, and we'll hit our save of the day. Michael Munson of the Firehawks goes 4 for 5 with a couple of doubles, 3 RBI, a run. Antone Richford, 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, no earned, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, and the win against Puerto Rico. And Jackson Ramirez, the State College Swifties, goes 5 innings, 4 hits, no earned, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, and a 3-2 win versus Louisville. In that Louisville game, they lost 3-2 against the Swifties at home. It was 10 hits for the Lemurs, 7 for the Swifties, an error apiece. Feet will take the win. Chaos Mod the loss. It off the save, and Ramirez is our player of the game, number 3 on the day. Oh, talk about extras. 15-inning affair here. It's a game and a half for the Bears and the Dillos, but the Bears do end up prevailing. Actually, the Dillos tied it in the bottom of the 9th, and then nobody could score until the top of the 15th. When the Bears were able to get a run across and notch the win, it's an 8-7 game. Bears got out hit 13-16, 2 errors for each team. Bear of the Bears takes the win. Rich the loss, and Ritter is the player of the game for the Dillos, despite the loss. Kingpins, Flamingos. Kingpins win this one 7-4. Big 8th inning there. 11 hits to 12 in favor of the Flamingos, and 1 error for the Flamingos in the game. Bottom takes the win. Machingo the loss. Woohoo the save, and our player of the game is Anderson.
Not enough emphasis on the save. You gotta give me more than that.
Woohoo!
There you go.
That's as good as I can do here. Kansas City Hepcats going to take a road win against the Ronis. It's the Hepcats' first win of the spring. 5-3, 7 hits for each team, 1 error for each team. Richford the win. Yaj the loss. Ooh, Cashmill takes the save, and Richford is our player of the game. And our final game, it's a 7-run win for the Firehawks over the Wheelers, who scored 5. Season 32 will take the win, Goozer the loss, and Munson is our player of the game here. And we'll do another quick sim here. We'll go minors to majors this time. Let you guys arm wrestle for it.
I'll take it in order. Bardo O'Cologne from the Armadillos, our player, first performance of the day. 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, only 1 strikeout, and the win over Puerto Rico as the Dillos win 3-0. Abe Ghosty from Louisville gets second performance of the day, 2 for 4, a double, 5 RBIs, a run, and a walk, in a 7-3 win over Chicago. And what do you say? Biggest Titius Smittius is back from Kansas City. 5 2/3, 3 hits, a run, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts in a 2-1 win over State College. Sorry, Tim. Bruce City does beat Anchorage 4-3 at home. Lovehammer gets the win. McDougal with the loss. Reese Jr. gets player of the game. Both teams had 11 hits in that one. Big offensive performance, but not a lot of runs. Kansas City gets the 2-1 win over State College, nearly doubled them in hits. Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt gets the win for Kansas City, and Infinity with the loss. And Smittius gets the player of the game honors. In Chicago, Louisville wins 7-3. Alexieva, I think we already talked about this, gets the win.
Yep.
Jenkins gets the loss. Ghosty player of the game in Chicago for Louisville. Florida gets the shutout win over California in California. King with the win. Pebbles gets the loss. And back again gets the player of the game performance. In Amarillo, the Dillos do shut out the Puerto Rico is Ranas?
It's Ranas.
Ranas. I was getting there. O'Cologne gets the win. Practice gets the loss. Aworks gets the save. And O'Cologne gets the player of the game honors as well as the win.
Well done.
Thank you. My roommate's not home, so I can be as loud as I wish. I think he's not home. I'm gonna
find out real soon.
I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out in about 30 seconds if I get a text and he goes, "What the hell are you doing in there?" Bambi No for Toronto gets the #1 performance in the majors. 4 for 6, a double, a homer, 3 RBIs, 4 runs, and a walk, in a 16-6 absolute dominating performance for Toronto over New York. Tommy Callahan for Boise gets the second performance of the day. He went 3 for 4, a double, a homer, 3 RBIs, 2 runs, and a walk, in an 11-4 win over Vancouver. And Zen Bobrist for Buffalo gets the third performance of the day, 3 for 4, a homer, 3 RBIs, and 2 runs in a 7-2 win over Outer Banks. As far as results go, San Antonio wins at home over Providence 8-1. Tatum gets the win. Pitch Lord gets the loss. Tatum gets player of the game. San Antonio scored 6 of their 8 runs in the second inning. Pitch Lord, that ERA does not look amazing. But it is just the preseason, so hopefully it'll lead to him getting it right for the start of the year. Toronto wins on the road against New York 16-6, having multiple 5-run innings. Random gets the win, Tank with another loss, and B-No gets player of the game for Toronto.
Punish the Vandals.
What?
Oh, it was just your subconscious telling you to punish the Vandals.
Oh, of course. Boise rides a 5-run first inning to an 11-4 win over Vancouver. Joe gets the win, Beans with the loss, and Callahan gets player of the game honors. Not a lot of homers in that game. I lied. It looked like there was a lot of homers, but there were not. Buffalo gets the win on the road against Outer Banks. Irons with the win, Squirrel with the loss, and Bobrist with the player of the game honors, hitting the only homer on the game. Over in the Champions Conference, Seattle loses at home to Nashville, still looking for that first preseason win. Ziegler gets the win, McQueen with another loss. Ziegler gets the player of the game honors. Another extra innings game over in Detroit. Detroit gets the win in extras over Lunar Base, Space Rangers. A walk-off win for Detroit. Otani gets the win, Rockman with the loss, and Croft with the player of the game performance. In Death Valley, the Scorpions continue their undefeated preseason over New Orleans as they win 4-3, scoring all of their 4 runs in the bottom of the ninth. That is kind of crazy. Votto gets the win. Stoner with the loss. Schlossberg with the player of the game performance. And each team had 3 hits in that game. Rougarous with a error. And that is kind of a, that's an interesting performance from Death Valley to win 4 runs on 3 hits.
And keep the win streak alive.
Yeah, at home too. I'm sure those fans were having a great time. Cancun wins at home against Indianapolis, 9-0, shutting them out. Swishman with the win, Ball with the loss, and Swishman gets player of the game honors in Cancun.
Perfect. And I guess let's just hit the third so we can keep our nice little order going here. Let's hit the third quick sim while we're here. I think I already saved. I'm gonna do it again.
You can never save too much.
Tim, take it from here.
All right. Sorry about that. My Discord had closed for some reason. Anyways, performance of the day number 1 is to be Masui Hidari with the Boise Raptors, went 5 for 6 with a home run, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. Second performance today is going to be from T-Rex Dan, also from Boise, 3 for 5 with a double, a home run, and 4 RBIs and a run scored.
Sensing a theme?
Wade Sillians Jr. from the Raptors, so all 3 are from Boise. Went 5 innings pitched with only 1 hit and 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Boise will win 8-1 over the Slavs. Sillians Jr. will take the win. Boss III, the last Hidari, a player of the game. Other big Athletes will win 8-5 over the Vancouver Vandals. Jones the win. Consideration the loss. Sinatara, though, a save. Richards, your player of the game. The Crabs are going to beat the Voyagers 6-3. About the win. Jones the loss. Legend save. Kim Ji Woo, player of the game. The Pathfinders are going to shut out the Surge 3-0. Benico the win. Kaufman the loss. Smith the save. Benico, your player of the game. Going down to the Champions Conference. The Scorpions are going to beat the Demons 4-2. Preet will take the win. Mulligan the loss. Xavier the save. Preet, your player of the game. The Apex will win 4-3 over the Stars. Takahashi the win. De Los Santos the loss. Motor, your player of the game. Toros are going to beat the Space Rangers 6-1. Pecora the win. Noah the loss. Deathridge, your player of the game. And finally, in extra innings, New Orleans is going to walk it off 8-7. Phil Topaldi to win. Kirkpatrick the loss. Nomenon is your player of the game.
If we wanted a pulse check on the caster curse, the Demons are 4-2. They have 2 losses. I have both of them. So, curse is alive and well, everybody. We'll jump to the minor leagues.
Alright, the Hepcats are going to win over the Lemurs 8-5. Still over the win. Boykins the loss. Kevin Trout the save. Lincoln Mercury player of the game. Before I forget, great performance of the day. Evan Early Jr. with the Kingpins went 1 for 2 with a home run, 5 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and 3 walks, and 13-4 win over the Firehawks. Daniel Vasquez, also for the Kingpins, went 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs, a home run, 3 runs scored, and a walk. The Firehawks their performance today have it go to Werewolf, went perfect 4 for 4 with a double, an RBI, 2 runs scored, and a walk in a 13-4 loss against Chicago. For Ingrid, they'll win 10-7 against the Ranas. Moncrief will get the win. Francois is on the loss. Laramie is your player of the game. The Kingpins will win over Firehawks 13-4. Ringy the win. Powers the loss. Early Jr. your player of the game. Bizkid Maker for for the Swifties will get their very first win in spring training as a minor league player, as the Swifties, Swifties won 6-3. Kitmaker the win, Hunter the loss, and Kitmaker your player of the game. The Mingos will beat the Bears in a close one here, 7-6. Maka the win, Martin the loss, Ocher the save, and Solo your player of the game. I don't know why I keep calling my team the Swifties on the headcast today for some reason. I keep doing that, and I don't know why.
Just in your head wrong. Get stuck like that. Alright, we finished the day. And I think you're up, Waldo. I haven't seen too many requests from chat, so you can take your pick here. Whatever you want. World is your oyster.
Oh, that's always fun. Let's go to Seattle. I want to see if Seattle can get their first win and Death Valley can get their first loss.
I like it. I like where your head's at.
My head tends to be good places. Many people have said this about me.
It is known. I'm adding it to the note card. No pineapple.
Oh,
head
course,
in
no
good place.
Waldo's head's in good place. We're in Seattle now. Grounder to second to start off the game. The first out. And we'll get down for a hit just on the baseline, and it is a double for Gian. Oh goodness, that one. Plainview will strike out as Gnomes comes up to try to get the runner home, and he will not. A grounder to short does end the inning. Seattle gets out of the top of the first. 0 runs, 1 hit for Death Valley. Seattle will come up to hit. McHire, Arenado, and Becker up to hit, and that's a first leadoff hit for McHire, to 217 on the season. Arenado will look to get on, and it is a double play ball too short, and there are 2 outs. Guy Russi on the mound for Death Valley, and that ball is gone, it looks like. Wow, Seattle takes an early 1-0 lead over Death Valley. Becker has his first home run of the year, and he is hot. Hitting 360 on the season before that home run, and it will be a 385 average now.
Oh, you caught
after
that. I'm impressed.
Hey, I know things. My head's in the right places. A walk does put a runner on first, and a bloop single puts a runner on third. Runner on the corners, 2 outs for Seattle. They're jumping all over this guy. Get it? Grounder to second will end the inning. However, Healer grounds out. 2 runners left on, but 1 run on 3 hits on that homer to left field for Seattle. Death Valley will look to respond as a ground to third for Smalls. For the out, Traz Lamborghini will ground. Oh, it is an error from Seattle, and Death Valley has their second base runner of the game, but a strikeout for, oh goodness, Montalban puts 2 outs on the board, and an out. Oh, I almost said a hit. I would have been wrong. An out to center field does end the inning. 0 runs on no hits, but the error does give a base runner on for Death Valley. Hawkins strikes out, bottom of the order for Seattle against Guy Russi. Pee-wee Reese up, and he will ground out to third for the second out of the inning. And we are to our third out of the inning as another grounder to third by just pass. The third baseman, and no runs on no hits for Seattle. Death Valley will come up to try to equalize in the top of the third, 9-1-2 up, and they will get. No, he did not beat the tag. 1 out on the grounder to second, and the grounder to first will get the second out. Journalist comes back up for Death Valley, and he will strike out 3 up, 3 down for Death Valley. Ivan DeVries has had a good start to this game for Seattle, as McHire will strike out. 1, 2, 3 for Seattle coming up. Arenado and Becker, the next 2 hitters.
The dream is alive.
The dream is alive. Not to root from the booth, but the dream is alive. Arenado will fly out to center. Becker with 2 outs will get a fly out to right field, and it's 3 up, 3 down for Seattle. A pitching duel today. Plainview comes with the bat, and he will pop out to the second baseman No. Oh, he dropped it. Oh my goodness. Wow, I was convinced that wasn't out. I apologize. Gnomes will strike out. Runner on second with 1 out now for Death Valley. Smalls up with a runner in scoring position. He gets that ball. It's deep. It's gone. Death Valley takes the lead 2-1 on the homer by Smalls, his second of the preseason. And I will get his average, I believe, to over 200. Yep, 217 for Smalls. Lamborghini gets a grounder to third for the second out of the inning. And a strikeout ends the inning for... Oh, I just got a loud environment notification from my watch. I'm being a little too loud, guys. I'm too into it.
Think of the hearing.
Of the fourth,
think of the children.
Think of my ears. Seattle will ground out to first for their first out, looking to respond after the 2-run homer by Smalls at the top of the inning. A check swing strikeout for Johnson makes him 1 for 2 on the game. Hilo comes up with 2 outs, and he will strike out. 3 up, 3 down for Seattle. They are unable to respond. The dream is not looking good, guys. I'll tell you that. It's not looking great. Top 5. Death Valley will pop out to the catcher. Essence will pop out. Flamingo up. The 9-hole hitter will pop out to center field for the second out of the inning. Reeves will do the same thing, and it is 3 up, 3 down for Death Valley. Seattle bottom 5, chance to respond to make the home crowd happy. 7, 8, 9 due up for Seattle, as Gairusi is still in the game after 2 pitches. And that ball is deep as well. Is it gone? It is gone! Equalizing homer for Hawkins, his first of the preseason, makes this a 2-2 ball game. Wow. We have a game today, boys. Pee-wee Reese up to bat. He will pop out to right field, it appears, for the first out. Pascal's up to bat, the 9-hole hitter. Does ground out to second. Oh! He beat the throw. Infield hit for pass. McHire comes up and he hits it to left field. Are they going to send pass? They are. Oh, they're not. It looks like they were for a second, but it is runners on second and third with 1 out for Arenado. For Seattle, infield in. He strikes out. They get the second out. 2 on, 2 outs now for Becker. Infield no longer in. And he gets a hit. That'll send 1 run home. It will send 2 as well. And just like that, Seattle has doubled their score and now has a 2-run lead over Death Valley in the bottom of the 5th. They keep Gairusi out there. As he gets the out, proves to be the right choice. The third out, 3 down, 3 runs in that inning for Seattle. So they got close to hitting around. They were 2 runners away from it. 2-3-4 for Death Valley here as they grounded. Oh, error at first base. Gets Giannopoulos. There's no P in there. Gets a reached on error, but they will get a double play ball for Plainview. And just like that, there's 2 outs now for Gnomes in the top of the 6th. And he will line out to center field. Ivor DeVries has had a good performance today. And what might be his last pitch of the game. Been a very good start for Seattle. Seattle has 5, 6, and 7 at the bat. And they start with a hit to right field for Johnson III. The Johnson III family. But it is a double play ball. Oh, never mind. He cannot make the transfer. And it is a fielder's choice for Healer. Hawkins strikes out for the second out of the inning, and Pee-wee Reese, the catcher, comes up with a runner on first base. He will ground to first, and that is the end of the inning. Runner left on base for Seattle. Death Valley has 5, 6, 7 up as well, as the Smalls does strike out. They keep Ivor DeVries in the game, despite him getting near the end on his stamina, but it proves the right choice as Lamborghini strikes out as well. 2 outs now in the top of the 7th. There's a drive to center field, and it is going to be caught by the center fielder for the third out. 3 up, 3 down for Death Valley as Seattle comes up with the 9-1-2 hitters looking to add on to their lead. Pass does draw the walk for Ray Xavier. New pitcher. Excuse me, not new pitcher, but the old pitcher in still for Death Valley. Seattle flies up the left field. Arenado comes up to bat, and it looks like another fly out, this time to center field for Arenado. Runner stays at first. Becker will come up to bat now. 2 outs. He gets a hit down the line. It's going all the way to the outfield. Oh
From the parking lot.
It's in the parking lot. And it looks like an inside the park home run. No, wait, what?
No, he stayed on
What?
second as a courtesy.
Oh, he stayed on second. Okay, wow. And he was out at home, so no run scores.
Yeah,
Um,
I would go outside the park and was still and out at the plate. That
Wow.
is
Hey,
that is amazing.
how
He's
fat do you gotta be
slowed up
where
to
you
do a
can't
moonwalk or something.
score? I don't know. Maybe he was walking a little slow at the end, so maybe he I don't know. Maybe he lost his shoe or something. We'll see. Top of the 8 now. Death Valley has one on, and the double play does not get completed, and it is a runner on first, 2 outs now for Giannopoulos, who strikes out again. I think it's his 3rd strikeout on the day, and wow, Seattle just come up bottom of the 8th, 2-run lead, looking to add on 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up. Grounded to first, completed to the pitcher, Warsmoke. Johnson the third comes up and he flies out to right field. 2 outs now for Healer. Dan Backwell Jr. in the game for this inning. The fly out to right field again for Healer. 3 up, 3 down. And now Seattle has a chance to secure the game in the top of the 9th with a 4-2 lead. They will bring in what I presume will be their closer. Yep, Lilo Pelaki, I believe, gets the right down the line under the glove, and he will be safe at second. Death Valley leads the inning off. Plainview with a double down the third base line, and that ball will get down, and they're gonna not send him home. Excuse me. Runners on the corners with no outs now. Death Valley threatening again. That is. Oh, he fumbles the ball at second. Oh my goodness, a run will score. And it's now 2 on, no outs, and they get a walk. Oh, bases loaded, no outs now. And that ball will be out to left field, and they do not send the runner. 1 out now. They bring in Taco Bell. Try to get the Quesarito strikeout, and he does. Wow, he is wearing a Firehawks jersey. They must have just brought him in from California. And he walks in a run to tie the game. Oh my goodness. That is the opposite of a clutch move from Taco Bell. Unlike ordering Taco Bell at 3 in the morning, which is a clutch move. Another walked run in, back-to-back walks, and now Death Valley has a lead in the top of the 9th. The fans here are not very happy with what is happening. That ball is hit deep, and it is a grand salami for Death Valley. 4 runs come across. It is now 9-4, 7 runs at the top of the 9th for Death Valley.
If you remember their last win, it was like a 4-run 9th inning to take the lead.
That is true. They had 4 runs with 3 hits, and that ball is a fly out to center field. Seattle now has to score 5 in the bottom of the 9th to even tie the game. 6 to win.
There's no quit in these DVS Scorpions in spring training.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And look at that. 9 runs, 7 hits. And that is a ground out to third base, 1 down. And that is a ball hit to the gap, but it is caught by the left fielder. Passes the last whatever it's called, but it is a ground out to second, and that is the end of the game. Seattle does out-hit Death Valley 9-7, but 3 errors for Seattle and multiple walks in the 9th inning cost Seattle this game. And Death Valley, I don't know what's going on in Death Valley. We might got to start investigating. Look at that win graph right there. Look at how low it is in the top of the 9th. Wow. Your best performance of the game are Giannopoulos. Great performance. The win does go to Backel. Going back down. Thank you. The win does go to Backel, who did have 2 innings pitched. No runs. Hold for Telfair, excuse me. Pelikai gets the loss, and Taco Bell with the blown save. 3 runs on just 1 out earned for Seattle.
Had that strikeout to start the inning. I thought he was gonna do it, and then
Ivy DeVries gets player of the game for Seattle, by the way.
Absolutely.
So player of the game, but the loss. The 2,000 fans in attendance cannot be happy. Oh, he's back.
Nathaniel Foote, the gnome, the cat, the mustache-shield wonder. The thing, number 1 performer of the day for the Toronto Pathfinders. 5 innings, no hits, no runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts in the 4-1 win versus Vancouver. Ivy DeVries, Seattle Sea Serpent, number 2 performer of the day, went 7 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, no walks, 7 strikeouts in the loss against DVS. And Murphy LeSwift, your number 3 performer of the day for the Outer Banks Aviators, went 3 for 4 with a double, a homer, 2 RBI, 2 runs in the 5-4 loss. Number 2 and number 3 both taking the L.
Mm.
Moving down to our games, it's a walk-off win here for the New York Voyagers. Sloss took the lead, or tied the game, I guess, in the top of the 9th, and then New York was able to take it right back, walk it off. 11 hits
at
for
the bottom of the 8th too.
Yep. Yeah, all five runs coming in the 8th and 9th inning for New York. 11 hits to 7, no errors. Alvarez takes the win. Horrendous Haddock III takes the loss, and Long Pipe will be our player of the game. In Buffalo, they dropped the home game to the Crabs, 6-5. Not a walk-off, but a 9th inning lead change here with a 2-run top of the 9th to take the Crabs from trailing to winning. Crabs were out hit 6-9. 1 error for the Crabs, 2 for the Surge. Cologne the win, Delling the loss, Legend the save, and Considerations is our player of the game. Moving to Toronto, the Pathfinders take a 4-1 win with a big 8th inning, 7 hits to 2, no errors to 1. Park takes the win, Cove the loss, Farnsworth the save, number 2 for Farnsworth, and Foote is our player of the game. Performance of the day right there. Raptors take a walk-off home win against the Aviators. It's a big day for late inning rallies. This one 5-4. They did get out hit 7-9. They out-errored the Aviators 3-1, but it did not prove costly. Last Stuck the win, Richards the loss, and your player of the game is LeSwift. In the Champions Conference, the Detroit Demons find win number 5 against the Toros, 8-6. They got more than doubled in the hit column. Toros with 13 hits, Demons with just 6, but Demons made them count. Belfort takes the win. Cowgill will take the loss. Otani the save, and Slamus is our player of the game. Saw DVS in the Serpents, so we'll move down to Nashville, where they take down the Lunar Base Space Rangers. Score of 6-3, 11 hits to 10. An error for the Stars. De Los Santos takes the win. George Braxton the loss. De Nunez will take the save, and Eucliffe will be our player of the game. And our last Major League performance of this sim day is the Rougarou, who win 6-5 off a big 7th inning and then a game-winning run in the 8th. Each team with 10 hits and no errors. Stoner takes the win for the Rougarou, Quads the loss for the Apex. Samdi will have the save, and Callahan is our player of the game. Down in the minors, Devin Harris for the Firehawks, 3 for 6, home run, 3 RBI, 2 runs in their win over Brew City. That is your number 1 performer of the day. Number 2 is going to be Samuel Smoltz for the Lemurs, 5 innings, 1 hit, 1 earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts in the win. And our number 3 on the day, it's going to be Firefly Boy of the Dillos, 3 for 4, a double, a homer, 2 RBI, and a run in the loss against Louisville. First minor league game, Kingpins take a home win over the Hepcats at 6-3, 15 hits to 9, an error for each team. Whaler will take the win. Sidaway will take the loss. Bottom the save. Anderson, our player of the game. State College finds a road win against the Wheelers to even up their records at 3-4. 8 runs to 3 for the Steeds. 15 hits to 7, an error for each team. Justice the win. Pythagoras the loss. Blair is our player of the game. Lemurs take the win over the Dillos. It's 4-2 there. 9 hits to 6. 3 errors for the Dillos. Smoltz takes the win. Diak the loss. Grew the save. Smoltz is our player of the game. And in 12 innings, a 3-run 12th sees the California Firehawks to victory here in this 7-5 final. 14 hits for the Firehawks. 18 for the Bears. 2 errors for the Firehawks. Didn't hurt them. Biglet takes the win. Pabst lost. Season 30, the save, and Harris is our player of the game. And we will close out this 29th of March in the sim with a Flamingos win here over the Ranas, 9-2, 12 hits to 5, no errors. Kingdom the win, Ribbit the loss, and Santos Garcia the player of the game. And that will take us into our next live game. Still haven't seen anybody asking for anything in chat, so I guess that means it's you, Tim. Do you have any preference? Minors, majors? Did we lose Tim?
I think we lost Tim.
I forgot I was muted. Sorry about that. But I think you already know what my answer is gonna be.
We going to
All
Florida?
right, we're going. I don't know. We're gonna do 2 Floridas. You want the
Well, I mean,
Pathfinders?
State College. I thought you were talking about State College.
Give us a hint.
Oh, have we actually seen a Pathfinders live? I think we
I don't believe we
have.
have.
No, because
Yeah, we did with
'cause-
Foot. Foot was the pitcher, right?
yeah.
Oh yes.
Let's see, which one haven't we seen live yet? Give them a chance.
Nashville and Cancun, someone said. Yeah, I don't remember seeing Nashville or Cancun yet.
I don't think we've seen either of them yet.
Okay, we can do Nashville and Cancun then.
Toros with the edge here starts with the pitching lead, and I will put us into it for you.
All right. Ryan Lee is going to lead us off against Martinez Momspooner, who I got to know from the minors, a power hitter as a strikeout. Ichiban Tokudo has a phenomenal eye, really good at drawing walks. Euclid is going to be out on a circle change. Just absolutely nasty stuff coming from Lee. As John would start for the Stars, as Deathledge is going to be first out. Formerly a Pathfinder, got traded to Cancun. Sterling, really speedy player, not someone you want on the base paths. And that line out is for Ojai Kalheka, former commissioner, is going to be your final out of the first inning. Top of the second, we go Nash Deville. Contact hitter, really good eye. Hayden Andrews Jr., right fielder, is going to be the second out. Million Summers, who I played with on Florida. Power hitting left fielder, flies out to retire the side. Alright, clear, not cloudy. One of the better hitters in the majors. 100 power, 90 contacts with solid offense. Berlin is another one that you can really count on to spark some offense, and also phenomenal behind the plate. Victor Cortez, the shortstop. And that's going to be the third out of the inning. Go to the top of the third. Chase Hunter, the first baseman, will fly out. Palindrome is going to be the second out. Crazy Tomato the second. It's going to strike out. Only 6 hits and 24 ABs this spring, so they're batting about the average, but gotta get that gotta get above average. As Bon Pensero, who's recently called up from California, will get on base. A sac bunt for Gnome Child turns into a force at second. Gnome Child is tagged out on the really good arm action from Sakudo. And that's going to be your final out. Top of the fourth we go. With Momspooner leading us off, not having the best spring so far, batting below the Mendoza line. Sakudo, not Sakudo, but Momspooner is going to be out trying to steal second. Sakudo, that's their second out of the game, as Lee will notch his 6th strikeout of this game. That's going to be a walk for Euclid. Really good eye at seeing the ball lately. And Nash DeVille is going to go down looking. Or, go down swinging, I should say. I'll retire to side bottom of the 4th inning. As Troy Murphy, the power hitting right fielder, is going to draw a walk. Cutter was just lost control there. Scotty Sterling will hit a double as Murphy will come around the score. Cancun Toros will take the lead. As Fecco had Cal power hitting third baseman will draw a walk. That's 2 walks allowed for John. Left fielder coming in will make the grab. Lena is look to be a ball. Nice bit of framing there as Cortez be the final out, but Cancun will jump ahead 1-0. Top of the 5th inning with Hayden Andrews Jr. really turning into one of the more dominant players. Last year had a 317 batting average and 416 ABs. Summers will be the first out. Chase Hunter really good at getting on base. Has a 292 batting average last season. Palindrome will be struck out last time around, but will drive in a run to tie it. It's 1-1. Tomato, in the past 5 ABs has had no hits, as that trend will continue as we go into the bottom of the 5th. So the Toros, or sorry, not Toros, but the Stars tie it up. Though Vern's going resistance cannot bring him home. Bon Pensiro in the minors was one of the better hitters for on the California roster. And that's going to be a strikeout for Gnome Child. Deathridge, power hitting second baseman, as I said earlier, but not really something that you see all that often in the PB. Typically, your second baseman are more of your magician or small ball builds. Sakudo, the catcher, and a career island has a 263 batting average, 100.2 home runs, and 475 career RBIs. Euclid versus Sauce is a 508 batting average with 2 ABs. Nash DeVille will be the 3rd batter of this inning. In his career, has a 259 batting average with 70 home runs and over 400 RBIs. And Andrews Jr. is gonna go down looking. Didn't really like the pitch location, but it's gonna be out. Troy Murphy is gonna be up next versus Kenny Nunez. He's 3 for 6 with 500 batting average as he notches a hit. Sterling is gonna go down swinging. Circle change proving to be really effective for the Nunez. Again, one of the more dominant pitches in the PBE. Has a nice break and plenty of deception to it, as our Clear Not Cloudy will get on. The Nunez having some control issues. This is not uncommon for him, as he gets later into games, he has issues with controls. That's going to score across a couple of runs, or just 3 runs, now 4-1 on that costly triple. As that's going to do it for the Nunez's. Blaze will come in and will give up an RBI to Bonpensero. Gnome Child, the center fielder, has really good range, really able to get to the ball in the outfield. Will be out. Number 3, it's 5-1 Cancun. As Summers will be the first out. Goes down on just 3 pitches. Needs to work on that and draining the pitcher's stamina. As La Picante Sauce will go 1-2-3 in this inning. We go to the home stretch of the 7th inning with Deathridge up next. As that's going to be out on a diving play. Troy Murphy, the right fielder, has been with the Toros for some time now. The C is going to be a line out. Scotty Sterling in his career is a .255 batting average, so definitely an above average hitter. C is going to be out caught stealing to end the inning. We go to the top of the 8th now, as Ohai Cow is going to have to wait for his next at-bat. Tornado is a bit of a pull hitter, so really good about hitting pitches to the pull side, but that results in a lot of flyouts to the outfield, especially the corners as well. Sakudo will fly out, as that's when it's hard deep, but gonna be that's been a thing for Euclid in their career as well. Something a lot of hitters do have issues with is we can hit the ball, but just can't hit it out. Oh hi cow! We'll hit one. That's gonna be over the wall. Oh hi cow! Has been to the home run derby several times, as that will be a home run for them. It's going to be out number 1 for Clear Not Cloudy. Brolina will go down. They are hitless today. Cortez is 1 for 3 on the day. They had a 3-run double into 6, as they will go down to end the inning. Top of the 9th, Cancun has the opportunity to win it here in the 9th inning. Then he stands home happy. That's going to be a strikeout for Nash Deville. Of course, I say they have a good eye earlier, and they haven't gotten a single hit. Andrews Jr., did he hold up? No! Ump says he went. Summers batting below 1, as his terrible luck will continue this spring, as Cancun will win 6-1 over the Stars. Alright, for Nashville, we have for batting, a couple of, I'm trying to see, an RBI from Palindrome, let's go with that. For Cancun, total of his batting line scored 2 for 3 games from Bonpensero, including an RBI. For Nashville, the Nunez will take the loss, only wins 2/3 of an inning. The Picante Sauce will take the win, going 3-4. Ryan Lee's going to be your player of the game.
Takes us to the boxes here. Livingston Tweedlecock, our number 1 performer of the day. Hey, we were asked about him earlier on stream. And this is what we expect from him every game. 4 for 5, a double, a homer, 3 RBI, 3 runs. In the 13-8 win versus Seattle, Tommy Callahan of the Raptors goes 3 for 5, home runs, 6 RBIs, a run in the 8-3 win versus New York. And Bliff Slamus, Detroit Demons, goes 4 for 5, 2 doubles, 3 RBI, 2 runs in a 13-8 win versus Seattle. Pathfinders take the game from the Aviators 8-5, 15 hits to 9. Winolito, the win. Nansen, the loss. Peace, the save. Player of the game is no. Vandals will take a game from the Crabs 6-2. Winner Nasty. Cruiser, the loss. Player of the game is Phillip. Surge on the Sloths. The Sloths win this one 8-5. Emil will take the win. Whiskey, the loss. Robodiddle, the save. Player of the game is Trentau. And to close out the the Legends Conference here, the Raptors get a home win here. It is an 8-3 victory. Duck the win, Atkins the loss, and Callahan is our player of the game. Demons take that win 13-8, as we saw. Nudes takes the win, Pelikai the loss, and Tweedlecock is our player of the game. Toros take a win from the Stars 6-1. Sauce the win, De Nunez the loss, and our player of the game is Lee. DVS remains undefeated, taking down the Apex 5-1. They did it early this time instead of waiting for the 9th. The Kid takes the win, Chicken the loss, and our player of the game is the Kid. And then the Lunar Base Space Rangers win 7-1 against the Rougarou. Khan the win, Eshelman Jr. the loss, Miller the save, and our player of the game is Rock Eater. So Seattle remains without a win. DVS remains without a loss. We'll drop to the minors. Jackson Ramirez, the number 1 performer of the day, 5 innings, no earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, got the win against Florida. Rob Cena the fourth, 3 for 3, home run, 2 RBI, a run, a walk. In the loss versus Kansas City, Miggs Mayfield will go 3 for 5, home run, RBI, 3 runs, 8-1 win against Brew City. Kansas City Hepcats win 7-3 against the Dillos. Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt takes the win. Grady the loss, and Cena the fourth. That's sixth. I'm struggling with my Roman numerals here, but Cena takes player of the game. Ranas need extra innings to get it done, but they put 2 up in the top of the 12th. Take a 4-2 win over the Firehawks. Mitt the win. Season 24 the loss. Cunningham the player of the game. Lemurs take a 4-2 win over the Wheelers. Chaos Mod the win. Is Tampering the loss. Crown the save. Ghosty player of the game. Kingpins take the win over the Bears. It's 8-1. Took a lead in the second. Never looked back. Kerrigan is the winner. Peregrino the loss. Mayfield player of the game. And close out the day. State College Swifties going to take a win over the Flamingos. Ramirez the win. Georgius the loss, and Ramirez player of the game. Puts us through to the 31st of March and our final live called game of the day. We did just do Nashville. I know somebody had said Demons. I know we also haven't done the Bears yet. We did do the Ranas, so we might just be out of unique matchups. Trying to think if there's 2 teams on here we haven't seen yet. I don't think there is. So I guess we just go here. Close us out here. We're going to have Strider taking on Toby Ziegler. Demons favorite in the hitting and the pitching. Number 3 and 9 going the Stars' way. We had a save first. And away we go. As always, feel free to interrupt my commentary with any questions you may have for me. We'll start things off with Mom Spooner taking a walk from the left side of the plate. Sokudo strikes out. No balls put in play just yet. Eucliffe going to wait on the stolen base success of Mom Spooner. Then a strikeout of Eucliffe to finish that at bat off. And here's Nash DeVille, who will put the first ball of the game in play. It's going to check in for a single to right. An RBI for Nash DeVille. Left-hander batting .280 through the spring so far. Notches his 3rd RBI there. Oops. Ignore that. Andrews Jr. will take a walk. Summers. Is that a strikeout? Yeah, strikeout swinging on a cutter. So Poe, Slamis, and Dollarson will lead the charge for the Demons. Poe's going to start things off with a deep fly to right field. Just shy of the track there. Here comes Slamis. Highest average for the Demons through the spring so far. Not able to connect with a hit there. And Dollarson strikes out looking for... So Toby Ziegler goes 1, 2, 3, shuts the Demons down in order. 7, 8, 9, your do-ups for the Nashville Stars. Right-hander Hunter. First baseman will sky one to center. Next up, the switch-hitting DH Jerome. He's going to take his cuts left-handed to start this game, and he will take a walk on a full count. Tomato the second. He's going to swing through a fastball. Not able to connect there. Then a walk, so Strider continues to kind of keep things on the corners. Good for a lot of walks, good for a lot of strikeouts. Foul lie out there, ends the inning. So Toby Ziegler's back on the mound. The southpaw deals to the left-handed Nerd, who strikes out on 3 pitches. Holden Jam now. One shortstop grounds out to the other. And here's Sean, a soft grounder to third. So through 2 innings, Ziegler has faced the minimum. Looks like he's going to be finishing on 15 pitches, so averaging just 7.5 pitches a frame. Looks like he could go deep as his teammate Eucliffe Does the same from the batter's box. He goes deep for 366 feet over the right fielder's head. Double the lead. Second hit of the game is good for their second run. And the extra bases will continue as Nash DeVille stands up on his way into second base. Hayden Andrews Jr. now, the left-hander, puts this one on the ground, and a diving catch from Holden Jam, the shortstop, keeps the runner frozen at second. Now left fielder going back at the track, makes the catch, throws into the cutoff man as DeVille took third on the throw there, and then a foul out from Hunter ends the inning. 1 run scored on the home run. 1 runner stranded. Toby Ziegler looks to keep his perfect game alive, but Gabriel Catcher Scudder will end that bid right here and now. Checks in with a single. Williams behind him strikes out. Tweedlecock, who was the #1 performer of the day yesterday, tries to check his swing. They ruled that he offered, and it's strike 3 called. Now we have a fumble bumble on the pass ball. Prevented what could have been a double play ball, except that there were 2 outs. So they just take the easy out at first. Side retired. Jerome strikes out. Tomato the second. Switch hitter due up. Batting left-handed here. Against Strider will take a walk. And the Stars will embark on their 3rd time through the order. Mom Spooner strikes out. Not quite timing up Strider just yet. Sokudo, though, will put one into right field. Good for a hit. Speedy runner Tomato, shortstop, will take 3rd on the single. And bases juiced after a walk to Euclid. Comes lefty Nash DeVille, still looking for his first home run on the season. Won't find it here. Grounds out to the 3rd baseman. Bases stranded, loaded. No damage done. Perhaps the last we'll see of Strider in this game. As Slamis checks his swing, this time it's good for a walk. Dollarson in now, grounder to 3rd. It goes 6-4-3 on the double play ball, which brings Nerd in. He'll check in with a hit. Double play proves costly. Erasing a runner in scoring position. Holden Jam as there's a pickoff. Not in time. Jam then grounds out up the line to the 3rd baseman, who is Holden just behind the 3rd base bag, makes a strong throw to first, and retires the Demons, retires the 4th inning here. Lefty Hayden Andrews Jr. strikes out. It is Chicken Nudes in the game. That was the last of Strider. Chicken Nudes with a strikeout and now a hit, then a walk. Facing the bottom of the lineup, it's Drome, who strikes out. And then Tomato with 2 outs, 2 on. Batting .250 with a home run. The lefty will swing through.
He was dead out of energy, too.
Yeah, we get to that point in spring training. The PBE was not set up to have 9 games in a row.
They're weak. Back in my day.
Back in my day. Indeed. Speaking of weak, the Demons' offense is up. I'm allowed to throw some shade at my own team. It's that warning track pop right there. Almost good for a home run.
Deepest part of the park.
But in this game, almost, in this case, just counts for an out. Mom Spooner with his 4th plate appearance will ground out. 1 for 3 is Sakudo. They get 1 for 4 on the fly out to center. Euclid now, looking to have a multi-hit game himself. Not able to get it done. Shohei Ohtani. A good quick inning. 1-2-3. Retires the side. And Tweedlecock will step in, looking for his first hit in this game. Soft one to the shortstop. Is that going to be an error, or does he get his first hit of the game? They call it an infield single. And now he's in scoring position following the walk of Poe. Toby Ziegler gives up a hit into the gap. It's going to be good for 1 run. We'll see if they test it and send the second. No, we'll have 2 in scoring position for Dollarson, the 3rd baseman, who has had a rough spring, batting .176 with 1 home run and 5 RBI. On the right side of the plate, he tries to check his swing, and the appeal, strike 3. So Nerd with an out now, chance to bring a couple runs home. He does just that. Single into right field. It's good for 2 runs, and the Demons in the 6th inning here for the first time have a lead in this game.
You jinxed them. You called them weak, and now they're hitting. They're getting hits.
That must have hurt me down in the bench. It's all right. I'm happy to give the boys some fire to play with, as there's another hit up the line through the glove.
Oh.
And I don't know, maybe a swim move there that we didn't quite catch on the broadcast. I don't know. He deked around the. Is that the first baseman there? Playing cutoff man.
He did the A-Rod, punched the ball out of the glove.
There you go. Old school.
Yeah.
Catcher takes one off his back. Williams now. When it rains, it pours. Another run in. The Demons batted around, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, they batted around, yeah.
Tweedlecock got this all started with a single.
Gotta wonder why Ziegler stayed out there as long as he did.
Gotta assume you were just saying the Demons' arms were gassed. I think the Stars probably feeling the same. I see Shohei Ohtani's back out. Look where he's at.
Oh, goodness gracious.
But he makes it work. Gets a strikeout.
There you go.
I feel like I'm reading a lot of appeals and ruled strikes. I think the umpires are trying to bail the pitchers out. If you move the bat off the shoulder, they're calling it a strike. But a 1-2-3 inning there.
Ump's got a pizza in the oven. They want to go home.
A pineapple-less pizza.
Oh, they're good. Good umpires.
I'm just thinking. The thing is, it's all about them.
Yeah.
There's a deep drive into center right field. A little line drive home run. I'll let James Wood maybe. Wow. Oops, I hit my screenshot button by accident. 420 feet. Looked like a line drive to me, but got it over the wall. Now fly out here. So you don't like pineapple on pizza? Have you ever had just plain grilled pineapple with like some brown sugar or something on it?
Like not on pizza just in general?
Yeah, just like yeah. I like we do grilled pineapple sometimes as like a dessert. It's good.
I've done like pineapple burgers before. My dad likes to do that on the grill.
And that's okay, but not on the pizza.
It's not okay. It's not my first choice. I'm not gonna go to a restaurant and say, "Can I get the pineapple burger?"
Fair.
But my dad does it. I don't know what he does with it, but it's good. It's like I'll eat it because he makes it for me. But I'm not gonna say that I want it. But
have you ever had a traditional hot banana split with pineapples?
I can't say I have.
I don't know if I would want that.
I don't even think I've had like a regular banana split.
Yeah, it's a normal banana split. But it's traditionally made with pineapples added into it. In addition to the whipped cream, the hot fudge, the vanilla ice cream, and the other stuff.
I feel like I'd like that if it wasn't ice cream, if it was sherbet instead.
Oh, I like that.
I don't know if I like
sherbet's
pineapple on ice cream. Well, for the pineapple.
Ooh, final chance here for Nashville. And on a full count, Mom Spooner will send one over the right fielder's glove. 393 feet. Down but not out.
Don't drink some yet.
Ain't over till it's over. I didn't hear no bell.
Hey, fat ladies, she's warming up, but she ain't sing yet.
Closer is in. Belfour has had some saves in his career. But he lets another one reach here. Yeah, he is gassed. That was it. I mean, he's on empty now.
Mark. Literally.
Perhaps a playable ball from the second baseman, but not able to get a glove on it. Hayden Andrews Jr. There's your 2-ball. Bail him out.
Wow.
End the game. That's what a good defense does. If your pitcher doesn't have his best stuff, your defense can make up for it. Kind of a quiet game till the 6th inning when Demons batted around, put up 5. They had to keep the streak alive so that, had to make sure Mulligan remained the only pitcher with a loss on the staff. And between me calling them weak and the pineapple talk, it was all it took to set up a rally. Bliff Slamus is our player of the game here. He's the number 2 batter for the Demons. 2 hits, 2 runs, 3 RBI, and a walk. And improved on his 460 batting average he came into the game with. don't know where we're at in the order, but if someone wants to run us through these box scores.
All right, I'll get it. Zen Bobrist from Buffalo, 2 for 4 with a homer, 5 RBIs, and 2 runs in an 11-5 win over New York. Grand Slam Dolph, with an excellent name. San Antonio, 2 for 5, double, a homer, 6 RBIs, and a run. In the 10-6 win, I believe that's a 6 win over Vancouver. And Bliss Slamus, who we just watched for Detroit, 2 for 3, 2 doubles, or excuse me, just a double, my bad. A homer, 3 RBIs, 2 runs, and a walk in the win over Nashville. In Buffalo, an 11-5 win for Buffalo over New York. Irons with the win, Tank with the loss, and Bobrist with the player of the game. A lot of homers in that game. 6 total, 3 for each side. San Antonio travels to Vancouver and scores 5 runs in the top of the 10th inning after Vancouver scored 2 to tie it in the bottom of the 9th to take the win 10-6. Emil has the win, Cove with the loss, and Slammed Off gets the player of the game honors. Outer Banks went to Providence and beat them 4-1. Outer Banks was out hit by Providence 5-9. However, errors were equal and Providence took the loss. Kelly with the win, Pitch Lord with the loss, Abasai, I believe, with the save, and Kelly was the player of the game. Over in the West, in Boise, they welcomed Toronto and beat them 4-2 to keep their winning preseason alive. Last Stuck with the win, Farnsworth with the loss, Phantom gets the save, and Random with the player of the game. Over in the Champions Conference, Death Valley beat Lunar Bay Space Rangers to keep their perfect preseason alive. 8-6 is the final score over there. Backle Jr. with the win, Iceman with the loss, Keith gets the save, and Essence has the player of the game nomination. New Orleans wins at home, against Cancun. A eventful 10th inning in general. Cancun scored a run in the top of the 10th, but New Orleans would score 2 after tying it in the bottom of the 9th to win the game at home. 6-5 is your final. Stoner with the win. Cotswold with the loss. Murphy gets the player of the game. Gets the player of the game trophy. Detroit, as we just saw, beat Nashville 7-3. Indianapolis would beat Seattle to make Seattle 0-9 on the preseason, 10-3 in a game that had 23 total hits and 2 errors for Indianapolis. Ball would get the win. McQueen with another loss, and Ball with the player of the game odds. Move over to the minor leagues. Chicago walked off Dillos after scoring 5 runs in the bottom of the 9th after the Dillos scored 5 at the top of the 3rd and 1 in the top of the 9th. Chicago would score 5 of their 7 runs in the bottom of the inning. Sakuma Kun would get the win. I believe it's Sakuma Kun, if someone would correct me if I got that wrong.
Maybe
And
Skuma-kun, maybe?
Skuma-kun? And Balaha? I know it's the little stuffed animal thing. That thing. Gets the loss. Penley is the player of the game for Chicago. Elsewhere in State College, we have a 6-1 loss for California against State College. Crunch with the win. Pebbles with the loss. Crunch gets player of the game honors. Kansas City would travel to Anchorage and shut them out, featuring multiple multi-run innings in a 14-0 win for Kansas City. Smithius would get another win. His first win. My apologies. Holiday would get the loss, and Warwick, player of the game, honors. Louisville traveled to Florida to beat them 6-2. Khan would get the win. King gets the loss, and Newsom gets player of the game for Louisville. Puerto Rico would win on a walk-off against Brew City after Brew City tied it in the top of the 9th. They win 4-3, even though Brew City did out-hit Puerto Rico by 1. Mune would get the win, Jones gets the loss, and Practice with the player of the game honors.
All right, and that brings us to our last day of the sim, which is going to be a quick sim day. We can start up in the major leagues. I don't know where we're at in the order still. I can just run through these though. Dustin Becker of the Sea Serpents, 5 for 6. A triple, 2 homers, 6 RBI, 3 runs. That's good for number 1 on the day. Brooks Walker of the Vandals, 3 for 5, homer, 4 RBI, 2 runs. Good for number 2. And Peter Dawson, the third, will be the third performer of the day. 3 for 5, home run, 4 RBI, 2 runs, 10-2 win. I'm going to hit our file save. Surge take a home win here over the Raptors, 4-2-2. Westbrook takes the win. Twos will take the loss. Player of the game, Silliams Jr. Vandals the home win, the home walk-off, 3 runs in the bottom of the ninth to take a 6-5 lead. I wonder if that's a Walker walk-off. Doesn't say. We'll never know. 11 hits to 8. Velo the win. Arcanum the loss. Walker, your player of the game, had a home run in that one. 4th on the spring. Pathfinders find win number 8 here in a 10-2 victory over the Crabs. Benico the win. Jiwoo the loss. Player of the game was Dawson the third, featured as our number 3 performer there. Sauce get a road win here after they take a lead in the top of the ninth and have a shutdown bottom of the ninth to secure the victory. 7-5 your final. 11 hits each team, 1 error each team. Robo Dibble the win. Porter the loss. Player of the game is Tranto. Down in the Champions Conference, Detroit Demons drop a game here. 1-2 final. Apex took the lead in the 8th. Demons tied it in the 9th, and then the Apex walked it off. Takahashi takes the win, Bell for the loss, and your player of the game is Hercules Mulligan. Rougarou take a road win 8-4. They got out hit. Noman on the win, Mulder the loss, Stoner the save, player of the game, Guile. DVS remain undefeated, 10th win of the spring here. We'll have to tune in next time if you want to see if they will finish their spring undefeated. Pruitt takes the win, Pecora the loss, Backle Jr. the save, Pruitt, your player of the game. And the Serpents find a win. So the only team with a 0 left in their record is DVS. Serpents find a win, and it's a statement win. A 7-run 9th inning, good for a 13-2 final. 19 hits to 13. Rangers had an error. Sea Serpents did not. Blue Sky takes the win, Rubbish the loss. And Becker is your player of the game. On the minor side, oops, not load. We want to save. Napoleon Solo, the fish to Foot's cat. 3 for 3, 3 runs, 2 walks, in a 10-5 victory. Osaki Rinji, 5.2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 0 runs, 0 walks, 5 strikeouts, and a 1-0 loss. And Biz Kitmaker of the State College Swifties, 5 innings, 3 hits, 0 earned, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Your scores, the Dillos take a home win. They shut out the Wheelers 6-0. Hunter the win, Moncrief the loss. Hunter, your player of the game. Flamingos take a 10-5 win. They scored all their runs before the 5th inning. Macher takes the win. Stover the loss. Solo, your player of the game, number 1 performer on the day. State College Swifties and the Brew City Bears. Swifties have a 5-run 7th inning that propels them to a 6-3 win. Each team's with 8 hits. Jones takes the win, the Paps the loss, Infinity the save, and Kitmaker is your player of the game. Firehawks take a home win 7-4. They got out hit. Powers with the win, Grew the loss, Season 32 the save, and Sandals our player of the game. And last but certainly not least, a 13-inning final here as the Ranas finally scored the first and only run of the game in the 13th inning. Vandals takes the win. Woohoo! The loss, and Rinji, the player of the game. I'm officially picturing it as a young Anakin Skywalker in Phantom Menace on his pod racer, going
that?
woohoo.
Oh.
Now this is pod racing.
Exactly.
That's my next player's name.
Anakin Skywalker, or this is pod racing?
No, this is pod racing. You're Anakin Skywalker. No, that's too basic. It's got to be something where people feel a little weird about it happening.
It would have to be for me. Spinning. That's a neat trick.
Yeah,
As my next player name.
I don't know. It's gonna be something crazy. It's gonna be crazy. I'm excited for it though. I just created. I'm already talking about my recreate. Literally created a week ago. It's whatever.
I mean, I'm like going. I'm gonna. My player is gonna be a corpse by the time I'm done with my career because I've committed to 20 seasons
Oh
with
jeez.
with one team because I'm going the Mariano Rivera route. So
Oh yeah.
they're gonna be pulling a corpse from the bullpen by the time my career is done. I might even honestly be auto retired by the time
What's the
that
what's the auto? Is there an auto retirement like year here? I know
it's
there's one in
it's
ISFL.
it's not by year, it's by TP level. Basically, if you drop below a certain TP level, you're auto retired.
See, ours is we have TP level, but there is like a stipulation in the rules where after a certain year you have to be retired. But if you
Yeah,
got to that year, you would be below the TP level anyways.
yeah.
So
I'm
it,
also I'm also not an ISFL. I'm part of the stream team there as well, and it's like 13
it's yeah, 13
years.
seasons. Yeah, I know because I wrote a media piece about it. I wrote a media piece like, oh, how long can you last in the ISFL? Like, what's the longest you can play theoretically? If you like got max TP or whatever. That was like a year and a half ago, but I remember doing all the work for that media piece and then getting paid like $2 million because it wasn't that many words.
Yeah. I'm max owner over there, so I'm probably going to go the full however long. But I'm only gonna be in the ISFL for like between 7 and 10 seasons because I'm doing 3 years in the SFL
Oh yeah.
because I'm closing in on career top 10 record for tackles.
Mm. See, I'm a quarterback, so I did 3 seasons in the DSFL. So next year, my next player, I want to just spend 1 season and I want to get right into the ISFL like as soon as possible. That's like the goal. But that's like by the end of the summer. Like that's such a long time, such a long ways
Yeah,
away.
top 10 career records for um tackles. The lowest one is 340 career tackles. And right now, my player is currently. Give me just a moment and I'll pull that up for his career. Um, for his career, he is currently at 212 career. And that's with one game left in the season. So
Nice.
I'm actually am fighting with Ghosty over there to for the season record tackles. He is 6 away from tying the season record. I am 12 22 away from tying the season record for tackles.
You'll get there.
So
I want to try to set. I don't think I've ever set a record ever. So I either here or in the ISFL, I want my next player to set a record at some point in time.
yeah,
I mean, I am the only fullback to ever win, at first ever designated fullback to win Ultimate's MVP, and I will sit on that until I die.
gotcha. Yeah, I don't know who's gonna win defensive MVP this year, but I think that both me and Ghosty are making really good cases for defensive MVP.
Yeah, I haven't been locked in to the DSFL. I
Well,
mean,
it's like my thing is I always have start off really good start the season. I was one tackle shy of tying the single game tackle record
mhm,
in the very first week of the season. I was averaging 11 tackles a game,
yeah,
and then I just dropped off completely.
that's the sim. The sim will do that. I mean, like I last year, um, I was like an MVP candidate. Like I was fourth in MVP voting. Like I had a 101 quarterback rating. And this year, all I did was get more TPE and have more TPE on offense. And this year, I have like a 68 QBR. Like I'm like bottom like 5 quarterbacks in the league. It's just the sim. The sim decides when it wants you to lose, and you lose.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
kind of how it goes.
it's very annoying because
Yep.
like I said, I started off phenomenal. Like I said, I was averaging 11 tackles a game. It's hard to average 11 tackles a game. So the fact that I was losing tackles late into the season was
Yeah.
very, very disheartening.
The sim is disheartening in general. I try not to
Yeah,
participate too much in sim discussions. I just kind of hang out and talk to my friends.
yeah, but I'm
Way
at
cool.
212 career tackles, and um, well, highest I would need to get would be 341 to top 10. So I have a shot.
Yeah, just gotta have a good year next year.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Oh my goodness.
That says it uploaded, but I'm not actually seeing it on the index.
Did you clear your cache, however you pronounce it?
No, is that anything we have to do? I mean, like my
Oh,
browser cache?
yeah, no, did you actually click the upload link in the Sending Discord?
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, it has been a minute. You are correct. Wow. That goes to show you how long it's been since I streamed a game.
Well, I mean, like I was saying before we started playing, or started to stream, I should say, we have been in booth together since like season 20.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It's been ages since me and Plague have been in the booth together. Like it was my first player
Yeah.
that
I mean, mine too.
that
I think I've
he
had
and I.
a whole career. I have a whole career for a player that was inducted to the Hall of Fame since the last time we were in the booth together.
It's been crazy.
Man, what a time.
Been a generation. I've had streams more recent than that, but yeah, it has been a while.
Multiple generations, really, if you create at the right time.
Yeah, for sure.
Like crazy.
Yeah, I've gone through like 3 different players since then.
There is now a team on the moon.
Yeah, that was when I was doing scouting conversations, and I was like, "Oh yeah, or is the Florida Space Ranger still around there?" No, they're on the moon now, and I went, "Oh okay."
It's a bit of a culture shock.
Yeah, yeah, lunar base. Yeah, okay. You know what? Fuck it. Why not?
Well,
Lunar
well,
base.
well, it's like I remember when they were the supernovas.
Oh man, dude, I remember when they didn't exist. Huh. I'll go with that one. Man, what a
I
time.
remember when what was it? The Foxes became the Makos, and then the Makos became the Pathfinders.
I don't even know if I remember that.
Cool.
I think that's
Yeah,
like, I don't even, dude.
it was
When I,
like the
when I was in the minors, it was still 2 teams. That was season like 7.
yeah, it
Or
was
14.
the
Yeah.
Kizushima Foxes, headed by Remy and Dren.
Mm.
Then
Yeah.
there was controversy, and then so they became the Makos, and then the Makos rebranded into the Pathfinders.
Hey, real ones remember the Chicago Swans, all right? Real ones remember.
Real ones remember Emmy and Dren.
Milwaukee Swarm represent. It's a pipe dream
Gotta
more
go.
than a real thing.
Hey man, I used to apply for expansion slots with no GMing experience, thinking I would get it.
Yeah, those are coveted. But the upload is in. So you guys have any parting shots you wanna give the chat before we depart?
Pineapple doesn't belong on pizza.
All right.
Yes, it does. I say that as per Italian, it does.
And I guess I'll cut us out with I hope everybody enjoyed the burger stream, as it will forever be remembered. Go get yourself a burger.
You know what? I'm going to Cookout. You
Nice.
convinced me.
Nice.
I'm going to get myself a burger.
Glad I could be a part of good choices.
That's
And